Hi there, I'm Seb Maley, and in this video we'll take a look at what we could expect to happen with IR35 and the off-payroll rules over the next 6 months. Naturally, the first question which springs to mind is, will it be scrapped? Or perhaps more specifically, will the 2021 reforms to the rules, which passed the responsibility to the engager, be repealed? Given how recently the reforms were introduced, nobody really thought that this was a realistic possibility until it was dramatically announced as one of the measures in the infamous Liz Truss mini-budget. As we know, this announcement, along with many others, was short-lived, but since then a potential repeal of the rules has remained a talking point amongst those that are impacted by it, but politicians too. The Tory party conference has brought these calls back to the surface, and we have seen more backbench Conservative MPs tabling it as a genuine option in the lead up to a general election next year. It wasn't, however, mentioned by either Truss or Jeremy Hunt in their speeches at the conference, and I think the chances of it making an appearance in the autumn statement in November are very slim, but stranger things have happened. What is clear is that it is a real political hot potato and is certainly something that will be firmly on Labour's radar. Therefore, in the longer term, I personally don't think we have seen the last of politically motivated changes to the rules, and thankfully, I think the only direction these will go in is a positive one, with a lessening of the restrictions, red tape and perceived risk. One thing we will definitely see is an adjustment to the reformed rules around the offsetting of tax, which has already been paid. As things currently stand, if an engager has a population of contractors which HMRC determined should have been operating inside IR35, the engager will be liable for full employment taxes on the gross fees paid to the workers. This would be the entire amount of PAYE, employees' national insurance plus employers' national insurance on top. The contractors themselves would have been paying their own PAYE, national insurance, dividend tax and corporation tax, but there is currently no mechanism to account for that in the liabilities levied at an engager. This means that HMRC and the Treasury would effectively be receiving double the amount of tax and would obviously have been hugely unfair on the engager. There's technically the potential for contractors to claim back the tax that they had paid, meaning that they would effectively have been working tax-free, which adds to the ridiculousness of the situation. Frankly, it was a massive oversight that a mechanism wasn't included in the legislation, which dates back 6 years to when the reform was introduced in the public sector, and it is about time that changes were made to account for it. Realistically, it doesn't have much impact for contractors, apart from possibly lessening the threat to engagers, which may lead to a little less risk aversion. We may also see some changes to case law, which will have an impact on how status is determined in the very near future. The long-running case involving football referees and their PGMOL body has been heard at the Supreme Court, and a judgment should be imminent. This may well alter how mutuality of obligation, which is one of the key facets of employment status, is considered and interpreted when determining whether somebody is employed or self-employed, and will hopefully make things a little easier to understand. It could go either way though, so we'll have to wait and see what the judgment says. HMRC will probably wait for that judgment before they make some significant updates to their CEST tool, which have been confirmed as being on the horizon. Part of the changes are a re-platforming of the tool, but they are also apparently adding in more guidance around the questions themselves. With so much complexity around the factors involved in determining status, greater guidance for users of the tool has been a long time coming and will hopefully lead to more accurate results. As things stand, the tool fails to determine a result in over a fifth of cases, so it remains to be seen whether the updates to SEST will drive that unfortunate figure down. We'll keep you posted on any developments as and when they happen, so please subscribe to the channel for more immediate notifications. Until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.